Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Ready
Hello?
for the lesson? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is... I've been playing the tempo Mage you gave me for the lesson today on my stream. Were you watching the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been like learning to play this tempo Mage. I was not like too confident doing a lesson before playing tempo Mage because I haven't played it in a while, so that's like part of the reason I did it. I think the list you gave me is really good. So I play the exact list too. I've seen people in High Legend playing this exact list, I believe. So I think this is actually about as good as you'll get for tempo Mage. I guess you can start by maybe telling me about some of your Hearthstone background, like your rank and everything.
Sure. So I've been playing since, let's see, April last year. So that would like the third or fourth wing of Blackrock Mountain. Had a background in Magic the Gathering and some other competitive card games before, so it was kind of an easy fit. I hit Legend, I want to say in like my third month of playing in Standard, so it was kind of in the wake of BRM, and I was using a kind of a tempo-ish mech mage at the time, which was pretty fun. I didn't really play too hard into ladder after that until earlier this year. In July, I hit Legend on the wild side of the ladder, which was pretty fun.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Just to try it out for a different experience. So I played a bit of Secret Paladin, like everyone does. Some N'Zoth Priest, which was really good. And what drove me over the line was actually what I was playing earlier today too was Patron Warrior.
Okay. What's your current rank in Standard right now in ladder?
I actually hit Legend earlier today while I was watching you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, this should be fun. You're playing the same list, right, with this tempo Mage?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go ahead and get started. If you have any questions about certain matchups and mulligans, you could ask them now, otherwise we can just get into some games.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Okay, let me go ahead and add you to friends. What's your info?
It's Tmage, Tmage, and the number is 1242.
Okay, did you get that?
I did indeed.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and spectate. We can talk about as we play. I just want you to tell me like your thought process as we go through the turns, and then we can make some comments about how we play every turn. We'll probably go into like more matchup and mulligan specific stuff as we run into matchups, unless you want to start with some kind of like talk about any particular matchup. Otherwise, we can just go at it as we see what we run into in the ladder. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, this list seems pretty strong. It seems one thing that I've had trouble with playing this mage is a Spirit Claws opening. I'm not sure how you want to approach it, but I think it's pretty flexible. Like sometimes against Spirit Claw openings, you might want to like hold back your minions and not just play 1-2. Maybe especially if you have especially if you only have a couple of minions and you have a decent amount of spells, that's when you especially want to consider holding back some minions and just using hero power into, and then maybe getting some value from the minions with some combos instead of just playing them out. Because Spirit Claws is so efficient at removing minions, and like Rockbiter is not as scary because they're at least trading a card. Okay, do you want to just get into games?
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay. Wait. You're playing, right? Not me. Or what?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought for some reason you were waiting for me to play.
You asked for it.
Alright, so here's your Spirit Claws opener we gotta worry about. Turns out there's a couple of shaman out here. So I like one Frostbolt and the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I'm pretty sure it might be better just keep both Frostbolts in a way. Like, I don't really, like, okay, so imagine if you had, like, Frostbolt and Arcane Blast, I would certainly keep it. And it's not, like, about the mana that much, especially with Sorcerer Apprentice. I'd be aiming to just, I think, keep both of these Frostbolts, because your main game plan against Shaman with this deck is to survive till Yogg, as one of the things against mid-range Shamans, so you don't really need to accumulate card advantage. Like, you don't really have time to squeeze in Arcane Intellects generally early and things like that, and Cabal's Tome, so it's better for you to just keep up on board early with double Frostbolt Sorcerer and just keep everything and find the best way to progress through this game. But yeah, I would keep everything here. Looking to keep, I think in this match we're looking to keep Mana Worm, Sorcerer Apprentice, Frostbolt, and Arcane Blast. As far as Arcane Missiles go,
and pass.
I probably would keep Missiles as well, but Missiles against Shaman is a little bit iffy sometimes.
So Sorcerer Apprentice Missiles is an option, or I could just ping away the shield. So if I do that into turn 2, he's either going to Totem Golem or maybe coin Feral Spirits or coin and bring some fish.
I think we just think of it from a more simple perspective. Because you have only 1 minion and 4 spells, you have to value your Sorcerer Apprentice very highly here. And again, like, say you play Sorcerer Apprentice Missiles and misses, or even a kills and just kills your Sorcerer Apprentice with Rockbiter or Lightning Bolt, then you have the next turns to just Frostbolt, Fireball, nothing. So 100% here I just ping the Argent Squire, because you don't even have a 100% clear, you have 50% clear with Arcane Missiles. And with this hand you're looking to maximize value over the next turns because you're running out of steam, right? Because all you have is burn and removal. So yeah, definitely ping here so you can get some more combo value from your sorcerer, and you're not even wasting any mana. Like, this ping is good here.
Here, I like Sorcerer's Apprentice and Frostbolt the Mana Tide.
That's Frostbolt.
Okay.
Just because it leaves a stronger body. It's okay. I think it might be better to Mana Worm plus Frostbolt instead of Sorcerer. I mean, ultimately it kind of dies the same thing, right? Like, it doesn't really matter that it's 3 health instead of 2, but I still think it's. I think your Sorcerer Apprentice is worth more if that makes sense.
No, it does, because we're looking to combo it with other things later, right?
Yeah, and also the second thing is if he doesn't have removal, right? Like, if he just plays out more stuff, it's better for you to play the Mana Worm, because Mana Worm is permanently growing here into a 2/3. Whereas if you play Sorcerer Frostbolt and he doesn't have removal and just plays Tuskar, like, you don't really get any benefit from. I mean, you get the 1 mana benefit, but that's not as important as the 1 permanent. Tyro HS resub for like the permanency of the +1 buff, right? One Strife Coach, best coach. Thanks for the resub, Tyro. Okay, so he did this move. One of the things you were thinking about.
Gotta bring the fish, man.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a thing. Okay. What stands out obviously to me is Hero Power, the Argent, Frostbolt, the 3/2, and trade into the 0/2.
I think I like that move. Again, because you have a very heavy spell hand and not a heavy minion hand, I like that move. So my reasoning here, say if I had either Cabal's Tome or Azure Drake, I think I would actually play Sorcerer with Frostbolt, basically, and just take the heavy tempo turn. But when you have this hand, I like your turn. I like your turn better because your hand is super like situational here, so you need to kind of hold on to some value. Basically, this deck, like how you play changes a lot based on your hand, because 1 or 2 cards in this deck changes like that dynamic. Like the moment you get an Azure Drake or Cabal's Tome, you can spend a lot more mana, I think, so you can play faster. Ooh, that's a Cabal's Tome.
So we play the Cabalist Tome, and we could trade and take the 3/4.
So I definitely don't like playing Cabal's Tome this turn because that means you're giving up the board for Cabal's Tome. But so I think Cabal's Tome is a very good draw, but not necessarily because you're playing this turn, but because it changes the way you can play, right? And
Makes for a stronger turn 6 play because we can Sorcerer Apprentice into it.
Kind of. So I think you have two options that's both okay. I think you definitely don't play Cabal's Tome. You can either Fireball here and trade and play Sorcerer next turn with Tome, or you can just play Sorcerer Fireball and trade. I'm kind of leaning towards Sorcerer Fireball and trade because, yeah, you could play Sorcerer Cabal's Tome next turn and maybe even Missiles, but like that, you're still not very likely going to play anything else, right? Because you're only going to have barely any mana left over after that. In fact, you'll have 0 mana left over. You'll just be relying on 1 mana spells. So imagine if you had like 8 mana this turn, and you're somehow in the same situation. Then I think you would just hold the Sorcerer Apprentice, because the more mana you have, the more value the Sorcerer Apprentice is worth, because you can do more things. But if you only have like exactly 5 this turn, I would just lean towards going for the Sorcerer Fireball, just play Cabal's Tome for full mana next turn. I think that makes more sense to me, because you're just getting more tempo this way, developing another 3/2 on board.
Couple of options here. We could Fireland's Face and trade. We could ping the Thalnos and Tome, which is a little more passive.
Yeah.
And so the question is, do we want to be the aggressor? Like, are we the beatdown in this matchup, right?
You're not really beat down, but if you have board control and you have an opportunity to, I certainly think Tmage is capable of switching to the beatdown.
I probably, personally, I would probably take the ping and Tome here. What are your thoughts?
I would actually Firelands Portal here, but only because you have Missiles. Because, okay, so if you Firelands Portal face and trade in, you just lose your guy to the Spirit Claws. But because you have Arcane Missiles here, I think you have an opportunity to go to do the to do the other move, right? Because Missiles most likely kill Blood Mage. Like over 90%, I think like 87.7% or something. Yeah.
I should have sequenced that differently to give myself the opportunity to react.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's better. There's also a thing about Naga Sea Witch, because Naga Sea Witch is one of the 5 drops.
Oh god.
Playing. Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I like the missiles first, but ultimately, as long as you're learning from it, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Looks like you might even stick the Sorcerer around for that long, and then you have just a snowball turn with Cabal's Tome. You have a lot of mana now. You can get kind of a read that he didn't attack because he has Maelstrom Portal, by the way. I think he does, because he didn't attack. Alright, so you just start with Tome, right? See what you get.
Sweet.
Not bad at all. Get Fuel with AI as well as Mirror Entity here.
I think I like Mirror here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Mirror, and you could make an Arcane Blast and then hit him in the face for 3. I actually kind of leaning towards that more, because you cannot Arcane Blast face, right? So if you don't Arcane Blast here, I think you have to trade, just too scared to leave with totems. So I just like converting the Arcane Blast to 3 damage, basically, because you're already getting 13 with a Fireball, and you have AI, so you can draw into more burn with AI, I'm assuming.
Beautiful.
I think he's gonna have to. He has Maelstrom Portal. Yeah, you could definitely get the read as Maelstrom Portal from the not attacking front.
Yeah,
it's still good, right? You've gotten 4 damage for that.
We could top deck into something great here. Oh no.
So you've already used both Frostbolts and you got your Fireball. You only have 1 Firelands Portal. So one thing to keep in mind is you don't actually have any burn in your deck anymore, other than the missiles. I would just start with Sorcerer Apprentice plus AI, see what you draw, and I would play the Sorcerer this turn before you draw. Just give yourself more options. That's good. I mean, you only need a tiny bit more damage, right? Flamewaker's good chance of getting you some damage. as well as drawing you into Yogg. So I think I would just double AI here for now. Probably, yeah.
We're gonna pop out the book.
Ping to 8. Wait. If you ping to 8, you have lethal, right? If you ping to 8, you can Blood Mage Fireball for 7 ping.
Yeah, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay, well, this game's over once he kills you this turn. Yeah, I do think the Tempo Mage is one of the harder decks to pilot because there's like a lot of, like, it's not a curved deck, right? Like, there's lots of stuff you do depending on your hand texture, and it's rarely that you just play on curve either when you play Tempo Mage. It's one of the harder tempo decks to play, along with like Rogue. I think like tempo, like some kind of like Miracle Rogue or Tempo Rogue is also pretty interesting. Like the choices. So I think it's a very good deck to coach because you can learn a lot of good concepts by practicing Tempo Mage a lot.
I like this deck a lot too. I'm guessing this is going to be the well, it's either tokens or Malagos, but I like the Malagos Druid a lot because it's like you said, it's really complex.
I actually did a coaching session earlier today at like 2 p.m. Pacific as we were doing Malagos Druid. Okay, what about Mulligan's here?
I like the Frostbolt and the Cold Sorcerer.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree. This is a matchup against Druid where you're really incentivized to curve out. Like if I was playing some kind of slow control mage, I might keep Fireball to kill Fandral, but if you're a temp, like Druid has a hard time stopping turn 1 Mana Worm, turn 2 Cold Sorcerer, turn 3 Flamewaker, so I would just keep the cheap cards in Frostbolt. Because Druid removal is not great. All the removal is just break even, you know, like Wrath and Tig when your guys. It's not good for them. It's just okay for them. Why keep Frostbolt against Druid? It's still, Frostbolt still kills stuff pretty well. So. One thing against Druid that you know is if you have, okay, so I guess the concept against Druid for Tempo Mage is if you actually do get to curve out, like a lot of people don't like to play Flamewaker with no mana or with no spells in the same turn, but
you just tempo it out.
Yeah, if you already have the Mana Worm turn 1 and Cold Sorcerer turn 2, like you can really start to get reads on Druids how much removal they have because they're almost certainly, you know, removing your mains one by one, and the moment that they run out of removal, you play Flamewaker. Or I wouldn't even check. Like to be honest, if I have Mana Worm, Cold Sorcerer, and you play it turn 1, turn 2, even if they have like double Wrath or 2 removal spells, I would just always play, pretty much always play Flamewaker immediately. It's just they're not likely to have the 3rd removal spell anyways. They don't even get that far ahead, even if they have all of them. So
feels like a good play here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Cold Sorcerer with Arcane Blast is like...
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. I was about to say, it's so good that in some matchups, I think Shaman is the biggest one, where sometimes I actually hold Cold Sorcerer on turn 2 and don't play it.
To just eat a Drake with it, it's amazing. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so options here are Cold Sorcerer, or we could Mana Worm.
I would just play Cold Sorcerer here to be more mana efficient. You're not likely to be able to save the spell power for Arcane Blast. Because, like, say you play Mana Worm and he does something else to remove your minions, like you bait out removal. It's just, I guess... And then you play Cold Sorcerer next turn to play more into removal, right? So you might as well just play it this turn, I think. That's the reasoning. And it's more mana efficient. Like, any move that he's removing your minions this turn, he's not also developing minions. and any move that he removes your minion, you would just follow up with the other minion. So you're always not going to be able to combo Cold Sorcerer with the.
So this is swipe.
Almost certainly, yeah. So does that mean I would actually consider
just hero
Frostbolting
power?
his face with Mana Worm? No hero power here. Like I think you play your second Mana Worm with Frostbolt's face because Swipe does 2 damage AoE or 1 damage AoE. So if you play Mana Worm in his face, then he can. Oh wait! I'm crazy. Just forget everything I said. For some reason, I thought he can swipe in hero power. Okay, just forget about what I said. I think you play Mana Worm ping his face. Yeah. For some reason, I thought you could.
Oh yeah.
I thought he could hero power after swipe, so he could freeze his face to prevent that. Oops.
Yeah, that's why I get confused.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries, man.
Someone's out on me.
What time is it out there? About 9?
It's 9. I've had a long day, so. Looks like you would have, yeah. I mean, he had the Moonfire anyways. I certainly think it's an okay trade, especially with the Adder Drake, because you can just curve out next turn. There's no point in like playing around the 1 damage collateral on swipe.
So we're gonna coin out Azure Drake.
Yeah, because you've already, like I said, you've already played so high tempo against him. You've already bait out 2 removal spells, swipe and Moonfire.
He's got 2 ferals and a second swipe. Bite. Interesting.
That's from the Raven Idol.
Yeah.
You have so much spell power too to combo with Arcane Blast.
This is your. Hey, do we play the Flamewaker because we've seen lots of removal?
Yeah. I think the answer is you. Like, I'm instantly playing Flamewaker this turn, pretty much, and the only thing I'm considering is holding back the Blood Mage, because Blood Mage is like Flamewaker. If he removes it, he takes another tempo loss.
So,
but Blood Mage like is kind of more important with the Arcane Blast in a way.
what are your thoughts on using the Frostbolt to remove the melee removal, right?
Oh, to remove the Feral Rage?
Yeah.
I believe my intuition is no on that play. It's just too... You know, it's just not good enough to play around that percentage. I think I would play Blood Mage here as well, because if he does Feral Rage, he's leaving a Blood Mage, and also you need a cycle, right? Because you don't have any... Like, you've been playing a tempo style throughout this game, and if he kills your Flamewaker and you don't play Blood Mage, you're not as likely to be able to follow up with another minion. Whereas if you cycle your Drake, you have 2 draws here to cycle into another minion.
Innervate, yeah. Frostbolt, Arcane Blast on the Fandral. And then, well, we should Arcane Intellect first if we're gonna draw.
Yeah, you should draw first. I pretty much just almost never leave up Fandral if you can avoid it. Oh, so you have to think about this now.
Like Apprentice and then the same plan?
I'm thinking you don't actually Apprentice here because it's too likely it dies. I know we've been playing like different style where I've been like a little bit contradicting myself because you know, we've been playing mains every turn, right? So you want to continue tempoing out, but there's like different there's also different stuff conflicting with that because Sorcerer Apprentice just is getting so good when you have this much mana and with this many spells in your hand. So I would not play Sorcerer Apprentice here. Like, like the later the game goes, so like if this is earlier in the game, like turns 3 to 5, you know, or even turns 3 to 4 where you start tempoing out, you just continue tempoing out. But as you get closer to turn 10, cards like Sorcerer Apprentice and Flamewaker become like exponentially worth more. And especially with the Arcane Intellect in your hand, that means that you can that means that you'll have a lot of spells to combo with Sorcerer Apprentice, right? Because you can play Sorcerer Apprentice, AI, then a bunch of other removal spells. So yeah.
This guy.
Interesting wall growth. He had to do that for a reason. He didn't need to play the wall growth to play Arcane Giant.
Maybe he wants to get faster to Yogg.
Yeah.
Just not being Yogg patient. Alright. Oh, what do we got here?
These are
We don't have a lot of
ones.
options. Yeah. So what are the things we can draw into that are meaningful?
Maybe like
We're
Frost
out.
Bolt or something.
We've got a bolt, a blast.
So the first thing I would think about is, I don't think you have to remove Arcane Giant this turn. It's like you can go to 21 and still win this game. I don't think it's a huge thing. So I would be leaning towards, because the later you go, the more value your Sorcerer Apprentice is going to get.
You want to just tome?
I would just Firelands Portal the minion and set it to 8/3, I believe. So if he takes a trade into your whatever minion, you get like 6/5, you're okay with that. I guess it's okay, but not a great result. But again, yeah, you kind of just set it for a trade. So if he's willing to trade the Giant for the Firelands Portal, it's okay for you. This is a little bit unlucky because it's not likely trading, it's just going to die to a spell. But again, you're setting up the kill on the Giant, right? Because 8/8 is hard for you to kill as a mage. So even if you, say, Wrath this and goes face, you can still kill this next turn with, you know, whatever, something. I'm sure you can kill next turn with...
Yeah, he's got double Living Earths in there too. He's probably holding them for combo. Oh, Feral Rage.
Okay.
Look at that.
I guess this turn is mostly about what you...
Alright.
Okay, so we don't have that much time. I think we need to start making our moves soon. It's a complicated turn. I think you start with Sorcerer Apprentice AI here because you want to combo the Fireball this turn, right? To remove Ember. So hopefully get something to kill 8/3. Maybe you can play a...
So... Shit. How does that work?
I'd probably just play Babbling Book and Fireball the 5/5 unless you get something really good at the book.
Yeah, I think it's worth the getting Emperor. Well, he's just on 2 spells.
Yeah, but again, it's just I think you can take 8 over 5 here, and it's just better because your minions trade better for 8/3 than 5/5, right? You can't polymorph here because if you polymorph, he can kill your Sorcerer Apprentice with the 1/1 plus hero power. That's threatening to trade on the 8/3, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least he kind of had to be glad they killed the Emperor. He would have...
No, yeah. The second I saw the Nourish, I was stoked.
A big Emperor turned in.
Alright. Cycling Wild Growth, that's a thing. He's still holding on to Malagos too, which is probably a nice polymorph target for us.
Yeah, that's something to think about, actually. Because you can lose to Malagos Druid even without the combo, right? If you can't deal the 4/12.
He's already played he's played both Moonfire, so he's got the Wild Growth. So he's got...
Like the Living Roots.
There's 7, yeah, there's 7 Living Roots, that's what I meant. So there's 7 apiece, so that's 14. We're in lethal.
I don't think you worry. I think you pretty much have to polymorph the 8/8, right? Like you don't worry about the Malagos. At this point, you're gonna lose Malagos.
Yeah.
Maybe see if you have some draw moves first, or do you have? Let's see. If you polymorph, they have 5 mana left over. Then you can Arcane Explosion trade ping, so you can play a Babbling Book first. I think. Yeah, I don't think that changes any of your plays.
Nope. Explosion.
Someone's out on me.
So thinking about things he's gonna play next turn.
Maybe even Yogg, to be honest.
Yeah, it's Yager combo.
He doesn't have much
that's
value. I think you can make a read that he's not playing Violet Teacher in his deck, right? Like with Feral Rage and something. So
Yeah,
probably don't really worry about
I think he's
Teacher.
playing. What?
Oh no. This is a common tech card in Malagos Druid right now. Because there's a lot of people playing this deck, and in the mirror, since this deck's not running Mulch, some people tech Ragnaros to have another threat.
Yeah.
I mean, probably bad for you.
Like half the time I was running it, I was pulling out a feral for a mulch for stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a right or wrong call, but okay. Antonitis, Arcane Blast into Fireball, the 8/8.
You can't do that. You don't have mana. Or you mean next turn?
Oh yeah, I do not have mana for that.
I guess, I mean, I would just Coal's Tome and then Fireball, Arcane Blast, right? It's the only way you kill it. And then you can also develop your Tome, see if you get a better answer, maybe.
Infinite Tome value.
Someone's out on me. Someone's out on me.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's a game. Yeah.
Get good answers for tempo opening, and especially with the Vandal, Wrath turn, Moonfire. I think that was okay though. Just
Yeah.
alright, let's keep going. If anything for Tempo Mage, it's like you have different reads based on each deck. Like this deck is pretty complicated.
So I think he's either playing mid or secret. If he's playing secret, he's gonna open Secret Keeper, Fiery Bat, Huge Toad.
Yeah, I think a more general thing is Hunters are very weak to 1/1 minions because Hunter doesn't have hero power like Ping, right? So all their removal is overcommitting. So their removal is like Freezing Trap, Eagle Horn Bow, Kill Command, Quick Shot. There's no good answer
Which
for
is
a 1/1,
super wasteful
right?
against 1/1s.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I just like keeping both books just in a general sense. They trade well with Fire Bat. They trade well with 3/2s because you can come with a Ping. Battling Book is so easy to curve out with. Like it's such a flexible card, you know. So Battling Book is kind of like the living roots of Mage in a way. Like when I played Dread, I always mulligan for living roots against Hunter. Living roots is just the best.
So he kept one. We're gonna Battling Book.
Yeah.
I want to cast a spell.
Yeah. I guess coining out a second book is crazy, especially against the Fire Bat.
Yeah. That was sorry. I didn't even. My bad. I want to trade here first. And I could coin in the Flame Waker.
I don't know
which
about that.
That's the Huffer for sure, and it's always Huffer. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is probably a little too aggressive. Coin in the Arcane Intellect's wasteful. I don't know, maybe I just ping here and see if it hits face, or...
No, that's too slow. I mean, I would trade in and play Sorcerer Apprentice here. I think one thing about Tempo Mage, especially against other decks you're fighting for board control, is that I would not be too scared of removal. It's just part of the game. You have to assume that it gets through sometimes, and it's not even, Eagle Horn's kind of scary because it's 2-for-1s a little bit, but the coins of Flamewaker here, it does per on bow, but you can still get Deadly Shot, and you still get Huffer, like you said, and you're just using too many resources because you're using the coin. I don't think there's any reason to try to value your Sorcerer Apprentice super highly. Just curve out, and save your Flamemaker coin turns, basically.
I like Flamewaker coin Babbling Book here.
Okay, so that's an interesting move. I think it's reasonable. I'm looking between Flamemaker coin Babbling Book and just playing Babbling Book hero power here, because Like, you have so much combo potential with this Flamewaker, right? And you're getting the kill.
25% probability I leave it on the board.
So not only is there a 25% probability you're leaving it on board, the only thing you're killing with your big Flamewaker turn is a 2/1. Whereas you can get like a crazy Flamewaker turn to kill like crazy amount of minions. So I think I like just poke and ping on the guy. And then you have 5-man next turn with Sorcerer Apprentice. So next turn you can do something like Flamewaker Coin, Sorcerer Apprentice, and Arcane Blast. Even so you get like just a ridiculous amount of pings. You get 4 pings in the blast for free. And yeah, like now you have more targets, right? So Barnes here gives you, especially with like Barnes High Main, now you have so many targets for Flamewaker.
Yeah. Alright, so Flamewaker, Coin, Frostbolt is an option. Flamewaker.
Probably just go with the original move that we were playing around, just like Flamewaker, Coin, Sorcerer Apprentice. But I think you trade first with your book before using the coin. Right, so more chance. Yeah, it just increases the odds here better, right? Because now you can play Flamewaker first, then Coin, then Sorcerer Apprentice, and whatever two doesn't get hit by the pings, you can probably play the Blast on. Oh, it's kind of unlucky.
Play it on Barnes.
I think I guess because the damage of Barnes is never wasted, right? Like a 3/2 is still. Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. I like Barnes more because Barnes can effectively trade and survive. I guess.
Amazing.
Right? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know the answer to that. That one's kind of weird. What's better, but. Intuitively, I think it's better on Barnes, because Barnes can kill your minion and still survive. And so the damage is not technically wasted, even if you miss some pings.
Okay. Torch and then Sorcerer?
Yeah, I like that the best. Especially because next turn is his high main turn, potentially. So developing a Cult Sorcerer means that he's not killing with the high main. That's like just sticking around, getting the value in next turn. Either spell power or just develop the mana and stuff like that.
I like the slower turn here where I Frostbolt the high main, go Arcane Intellect and go face, but I should go Intellect first.
Okay, I guess you have two options.
The other
here,
option
right?
is Thalnos clear the high main.
You
like clearing the high main more?
I like clearing the high main because you don't have Flame Strike in this deck, right? So if you do the freezing it, leaving up a 6/1, eventually you're gonna have to deal with the high main. You can't race him as 30. Like, there's no way you're gonna just leave up the high main the whole game, right? And you don't have actually AoE to clear the hyenas for the later turn. So I like Frostbolting here because you even get a good ping. So yeah, Blood Mage, Frostbolt him so you kill the high main, and I think you're gonna have to trade into one of the hounds so you can ping the other one. Because if you don't trade to any hound, if you go face, you have no hound to ping. So yeah, you're on trade and then ping one of the hounds so you can set up the trade here, right? And setting up this trade allows you to have a clean Firelands Portal turn, whereas if you don't set up the trade, you probably don't get a clean Firelands Portal turn. Like, if you went face there, I guess you'd be weaker to Unleash is one thing, but like whichever one you ping, he can trade that one into your 3/2 and trade the other one into your Blood Mage. And you don't have mana to ping next turn with Firelands Portal.
We're gonna Intellect here.
I think you have to fight for board, especially with Tyrannical World. You can't.
So we portal the 3/3.
Yeah, I think so. Like, you either portal a 3-3 or portal his face. You need a portal developed your minion here. Because portaling a 3-3 gives him 2 minions for Caldwell, it's more value, but I think it's probably still better just because it's still standard damage 4, and you need to kind of work your way towards clearing the board.
Yeah. Just gotta make it 2 turns, man. He's gonna save us. I have faith.
Actually, you might not be able to AI here because
I'm gonna need to fireball arcane missiles and then ping.
yeah, you're very likely gonna want the ping, right?
So I'm gonna fireball the 5/4.
Yeah.
I'm going to trade into the 2/4.
Yeah, and then missiles and see. You know, I guess if you get lucky enough, you can AI, but we can see how this goes first. You might need a ping huffer to kill it.
Oop. Oh, come on, man.
I guess now you have a decision.
Okay, so he's got beasts and he's got 5 on board, right? So
I think, yeah, I mean, I guess I would just ping his spider, because you can AI next turn and you still have 6 mana to do other stuff.
I think I have to. I think I should Arcane Intellect.
Yeah, I can see it being working, because you have 3 cards, right? So you might be able to spend all 9 mana next turn as well, and you just get a. Yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable. I'm not sure.
I think I'm dead to a lot here, and for me to it would the AI was like playing doubts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, your main setup is Yogg, basically, right?
Holy crap! All right, Cabala's Tome and the Frost Nova. Oh, so much Tome. All right. Now the harmless mana worm for 1 first.
I would probably play Tome first. It doesn't matter if you're going to play Yogg. You might get Cone of Cold for 4 mana. Does that save you?
Nope.
You can freeze one, kill. Nah, you don't. Wait, technically you're not dead. Actually, technically you're dead.
I think technically I'm dead.
No. You can Ice Lance the huge toad, trade for the Huffer, and ping the spider, right? That way you don't take the toad damage. But I guess at this point there's no way you're probably gonna. Yeah.
Oh man.
I guess you might as well play one more turn for Yogg. Anything can happen with Yogg.
Yeah. Listen, if anything. Oh, that's game anyway.
Yeah.
So close.
I guess I am kind of inclined to agree with you on the AI turn there. It's just because you get more cards to cycle, right? Like you have 3 other cards a turn. You just have a higher chance of being able to remove over pinging a 1/1. Okay, let's do one more game.
All right, cool, man.
Unfortunately, we're losing ranks.
It happens, man. This season, I was like insanely volatile the whole climb. I went from like 2 to 5 to 2 to 6 to 1 and 5 stars, back down to like 2 and 3 stars, and then I just hit Legend today. It was just like so insanely volatile.
What deck did you mostly play? Was it Tempo Mage the whole way, or some other decks?
I played the last bit here, had a lot of Tempo Mage in it. I like Tempo Mage. I'm just gonna keep the Warrior. So he's got that fiery wind axe.
Yeah, wait,
probably a control warrior. Just a babbling book and maybe AI.
I think with this version, with Archmage and Emperor, since you have a lot of incentive to get deep in your deck, I would keep AI here. There's some versions where you're not running that stuff, where you just want to hope that you can get. Okay, I guess the main thing is if you have Mirror Image, right? If you have Mirror Image, you have a chance of running him over early. So I would keep AI basically and drop the Arcane Explosion in this deck list, because you don't have much of a chance of running over a warrior with Mana Worm, Sorcerer Apprentice, stuff like that without Mirror Image, right? So it's better for you to just play Book and then just ping and play AI and go deep in your deck to try to win with late game Emperor combos with Archmage or Flamewaker. I think that makes more sense. All the faster versions without Archmage and stuff, they use Mirror Image, right? So that's why they can get through the Fireworks early. But you're not really trying to get through Fireworks early. You're just trying to cycle a lot and draw a lot. So yeah, Battling Book is perfect, and AI is perfect. And yeah, don't play Cold Sorcerer here.
No, I'm just gonna ping.
Yeah, better later. There's no reason for you to play Cold Sorcerer until the Axe.
Just feed her to the axe, yeah. Nah. Oh yeah. Okay, so he's a Dragon Warrior. And he's got a really nice open. Coin axe into Alex is nice.
Yeah. I believe you're gonna have to just draw for some removal. I mean, you have good cards like Cold Sorcerer and Sorcerer Apprentice, so if you can get some good, like, say Arcane Blast is perfect. Arcane Missiles might even be pretty good here. Because you can combo them easily with both your minions. Oh my god.
It's hard to beat a God Hand. Alright, what do we want to do here?
I'm kind of inclined to say you might want to play double 2-drops because they'll trade well. Like, you can only kill one of them with Fire Axe, right? So one of your 2-drops threatening the trade into one of his minions.
What do you think of
which ones?
What do you think about Cult and Apprentice and then Lancing his face?
Ooh. I like it. I think it's good. Very good. Yeah. Because this way you have a higher chance of getting minion trades in, so he doesn't push tempo with his weapon, right? And you need to make some desperate plays at this point. Playing both minions is better than Fireball, one of them, right? Because that's just a weaker play. Both minions baits out. Yeah, you might need a Fireball for Twilight Guardian or Azure Drake. Okay, that worked out very well for you. He actually traded. I don't think it's the right call for him to trade, but
well, it works for us.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna Fireball here.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. A 3/6 does not do the most damage. You're better off fireballing like a Azure Drake, but the thing is, you have. If you don't fireball this turn, you can't fireball next turn, because next turn you want to play Emperor. So it's like, because you have nothing to do this turn, you have to fireball this turn so you can play Emperor into a strong turn after Emperor. Like, I'd rather fireball his 5-drop than the Twilight Guardian, maybe, but he'll still win this game, actually.
So he's got another weapon, so that's good.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I still like Emperor.
He might run out of steam, so if he has too many low mana cards, it's okay for you. Yeah, Emperor, definitely. You need to make the strong move here. You can't slow play this position.
Yeah, we're hurting a little.
Might mean it doesn't have Draconic Crusher, or maybe we're just gone face, right? I'm not sure. That would leave up Emperor. Oh, this is very good for you. Perfect play this turn.
Mm-hmm. So you're seeing Cult Sorcerer and the Firelands portal.
Yeah.
Super mana efficient, really strong on the board.
I don't like that. You might bookworm. Oh well.
That's okay. I honestly had to hover over it. I was like, what do you do? I don't play a lot of Dark Speaker.
Oh, okay, no bookworm.
Missing an Executor. Ah.
It's my face. Just developing 2 minions. Okay, so definitely thinking about a Flamewaker turn or not?
I like a Flamewaker turn here, and we can start Flamewaker AI.
I think no. Actually, I don't like that. Because you can trade your 3/5 for the 3/3, right? And it's not that important for you to keep it. Like, it's not important for you to Flamewaker and kill both of the minions with spells, right? So I like just AI into Flamewaker into Frostbolt, and just I mean not AI, sorry, Drake. Like Drake, Flamewaker, Frostbolt, the 4/3, and then trade your guy in, because this way you can deal with the Drake as well. And with that draw, does that change anything? I think it does, right?
Mm-hmm.
With that, you can play Sorcerer plus AI plus Frostbolt. I think it's better because you get to cycle through your deck more, squeeze into AI too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's not a lot of incentive.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the blast here.
Okay, yeah, the player mana room too. It's good. And Frostbolt has more utility because you can freeze his face for weapons. Maybe I don't know. He's already used both axes.
Yeah, it's less situationally valuable. It just has better raw value.
Yeah, it's just better. I agree. You can freeze.
Like now, I get to freeze the hell out of this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You can freeze Deathwing too if somehow you turn into. You should rush him down before Deathwing. I think just all in him somehow.
Yeah. Do we just Flame Waker?
Do you just play everything? Is that like? I would start with Flamewaker and Arcane Blast, and then maybe you just wait. Arcane Blast. Actually, it doesn't matter which. No, Arcane Blast first is better, because you might Frostbolt and just missiles his face, right? And then you waste less damage. And yeah, wait. Do you just ever just Arcane Missiles here first? Yeah, I think you missiles here first because you have a high chance to kill with a ping after. You only need 2 out of 6.
Yep. There it is.
And just go for it, I guess, or not?
Someone's out on me.
I just go for it, to be honest. I don't see a reason not to. Because you get more damage in from your mana over 2 turns. It's nothing you can do that. I don't think there's any play where you're punished for not Frostbolting him here.
There's a lot of incremental damage we get off this.
Yeah.
Or the win.
Oh, it's lethal? Wait, what?
No. He quit.
No, but did you have lethal?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Two wins, 2 losses, but a lot of lessons learned. I appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it went pretty well. Your tempo match skills is pretty good. Lots of moves. Some of the moves I didn't see. Mostly, it's just I think for tempo mage, some of the things that I think you can definitely improve on. There is some room, definitely noticeable room for improvement. Stuff whether it's not really. I think you do a very good job of sequencing. Playing your minions first, sequencing the arcane missiles and stuff like that. But it's just some things where you're like, which cards you're playing every turn is the hard part for tempo mage. Is something you can improve on because I guess some things in particular are for example, the later the game goes, the more value you should have, emphasis you should have on holding your your Sorcerer Apprentices and your Flamewakers, certain turns with tempo early on. Tempo Mage actually has some very hard turns like 1 to 3. You don't always just curve out 1, 2, 3. So it's when do you want to curve out 1, 2, 3, and when do you want to hold your 2-drop on turn 2 and just hero power instead? I think we went over a lot of thought process on how to do it. It's just late game, which minions are better in early game, whether you've already tempoed out. It depends on matchups too. So Druid is a good matchup to tempo out on. Some matchups are going to value certain cards more.
And the odd thing is that decision point in your strategy changes through the game. So even in that last game, we were playing slow for a handful of turns. And then we decided to, hey, now we're going to push aggression. We have switched to the aggressor in this game. Now we can take advantage of it. So not only is it this deck doesn't have one game plan. Your game plan, you need to kind of evolve and make different decisions, which I like it. It makes the game more interactive for sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you learned some stuff from the lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate it, man. Cool. You have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, have a good night.
See you, man.
Yeah, later. GG's.